first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Evans running straight ahead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out, their signal caller. Now it is 4th season in the NFL.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Hill going to go in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Jackson Smith and Jigba hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 65 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone. Now on first down. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On the draw, Evans. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 2nd down and a yard. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. Back to Walker on first down. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Sermon. Touchdown, Houston. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And this is incomplete. Well played defensively, nearly had the interception, but it's 2nd down. And Stroud now to throw. Oh, contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Stroud. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is 2nd and 8. Stroud looking to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Walker. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that 1st half.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kyle Pitts from 6 yards away. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, fighting off the defender. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Give to Walker on the read option. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Sermon. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. 3rd and 3. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. On the counter, it's Walker. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 11 now. back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. They're going right back to Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Up the middle, here's Sermon. Now he's free up the left sideline. Now look out to the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Here's Stroud. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. 3rd down and 1. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Down the sideline he goes. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now the try here for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Straight ahead, Walker. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They run again with Walker. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Walker. He's got his target. That's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down.